Three.
So I'm going to do an overview on the SMALLHD Action 5 external monitor. As you can see here, it's got the full-sized HDMI in and out. You've got a DC in. You've got the power button at the top. You've got a 1/4 inch so that you can install different kinds of accessories like a microphone, different kinds of arms if you need them. You've got the USB input here. This is going to be for your firmware updates and also to install your own LUTs. You've got an 8-volt DC out here so you can power different accessories or even use a dummy battery to power up your camera. You've got the monitor connection here as well. I've already updated to the latest firmware, which I believe is 0.7. Initially, it was installed with 0.6, and when I would install the battery, the monitor would automatically turn on. So with 0.7, they've actually fixed that issue, and also they've I'll show you later, but they actually have a monitor for the battery level as well. So I'm going to be using a Sony NP battery. It's got a little lock here. Make sure that your battery doesn't come off. So let's get this fired up. I'm going to be using a Sony a7 IV camera, and what I noticed is that you have to actually turn on the monitor first before turning on the camera. I tried it the other way around, and for some reason the monitor would not detect the HDMI signal. And another thing to note is on the a7 IV, I only have a full-size HDMI output, so I had to purchase my own cable because SMALLHD does include a couple cables, but they're the smaller HDMI sizes. Oh, and another thing too is you got to flip out the screen, turn on the camera. There we go. So now that we got it fired up, I did want to show you with the new firmware update, you actually do now have the battery meter for the monitor, which you can see up here at the top right hand corner. I do wish it was digital though, because obviously the bars can only tell you so much. You can't really gauge exactly how much battery you have left. Now the monitor itself has 4 different options. You've got frame, you've got focus, expose, and look. So the cool thing about framing is that you can set up a safety guide, which you see right here, but you can also alter the aspect ratio just in case you want to do vertical video, for example. So under the settings on frame, you can actually change it to different aspect ratios. Now, if I turn it on, as you can see, this is going to be the safe guide area for doing vertical video. So I'm going to toggle that off. Now for focus, I have my focus peaking set to red. So anything that has a red outline on it is going to be in focus, but you can always change that. If you go to settings, go to focus, you can change it to different colors if you prefer green, blue, or even gray. And you can actually change the outline intensity. So this one's set well, we can put it all the way up to high. So as you can see the shadows, that's what's in focus right now. Just try to move it. So look at my glasses, moving closer to it, so now it's in focus. So the next mode is going to be expose, and this is false colors. So everything that's really blue is going to be extremely dark, but as you can see, everything that turns red is going to be blown out. And then the last option is going to be look. Now, you can actually install your own LUTs. I have the Leeming LUT installed on mine. So if you go to the settings, go under look, so you can see I have the Leeming LUT installed here. Now they do have a couple preloaded ones that you can use as well. But for my case, because I have the A7 IV, I wanted to use something camera specific. So I loaded in my own LUT, and you can see the difference. I'm going to shoot it over here. So this is with the LUT turned on, and this is using S-Log 3, which is what you would normally see on your camera monitor. So everything, all the colors look very washed out. And that's with the LUT on. So it really helps. When I'm doing weddings, I can actually see, the saturation of colors, see if my subject is properly exposed as well. Because it's kind of difficult when you don't have this feature and you think that you're exposed correctly, but when you bring it into the computer and you throw in your LUT, a lot of the times it's underexposed. So this helps out tremendously. So this is where the Action 5 is really going to outshine the competitors' monitors within the price range, or even the cheaper monitors, is the screen brightness, especially for us run and gun shooters. I'm always out in the sun shooting at a wedding ceremony, and a lot of times the camera monitor itself is no good. You can barely make things out. And right now we are at the lowest setting, but check this out. This is at full brightness. That is amazing. We are out here in the sun. You can see it clearly.